Greetings, Ani Bojo Kwe Kwe. It's Catherine here from Moonstarlodge in Georgian Bay, Ontario, bringing you our Indigenous and parapsychological perspective on our tarot and oracle readings. And so this week's reading is for March 13th to 19th. It's coming to the end of Pisces, which is terrible for me because that's my birthday month and I celebrate all month. But it's also weighs the truth. So we move after this week into Aries, which is, of course, Western astrology, and the next grandmother in the fourth grandmother in the Indigenous medicine wheel perspective. But I'm not going to jump into that grandmother this week. We have still a lot to resolve and work out, because as we enter the fourth quarter of any moon cycle, this is about getting rid of the weeds, as it were, getting rid of the things that eradicate our truth and stop us from knowing our soul truth. So I've put together a reading with just 3 decks this week. The Healing Light Tarot by Christopher Butler, followed by his beautiful Lenormand, the Healing Light Lenormand. So I'm using those together. And I was pushed by Spirit to bring in a card or two from The Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie. And what I realized as I laid out the cards during my shuffling, that all the people, the humans, are in silhouette in all 3 decks. And it's the light that is important here. So let's go to the cards, Brian. So here are the tarot deck cards. Here are the Lenormand cards by Mr. Butler. And here is the single Secret Language of Light card by Denise Jarvie. So I've kind of squished them all together, and I'll pull the clarifiers in with their correct cards as I go. So Page of Pentacles here. This is a wonderful little starting card here for us, because the significator always brings us the profound intention of the week, and everything else follows suit. So our Page of Pentacles here, he's very knowledgeable. He's looking at ways of making our he's a student, so he's learning with new perspectives on how to make our third dimensional life even better. He's somewhat scholarly. He's looking very intently at things. But it's always wonderful to bring the energy of the Page of Pentacles into our work, or into our assessment of life, because it's always about new perspective. Now, it's clarified here by Stork, and Stork is new life, new beginnings, birthing something, the expectation of something new, birthing. So what's coming is not necessarily a surprise, as the Page of Pentacles studiously formulates what's coming. It's clarified by Justice here. And I just want to grab the book and explain what's going on here, because this is a very thoughtful deck here. All of his cards have something called a mandorla, so 2 circles with an almond-shaped thing, and this piece of sacred geometry appears, if you look carefully at all these cards, it's there, it's everywhere. It appears in Christian tradition, Buddhist tradition, many ancient spiritual theosophies have this, and it usually relates to something very sacred, a sacred moment. So here with the Page of Pentacles, if I can back up for a second, the mandorla is bringing the light off the horizon, illuminating what the Page of Pentacles is learning. Here, the Justice card is, she is a star in her crown. She's standing between the two pillars of justice and the pillars of truth, rather, and they are the same pillars of truth that are on either side of other cards in the deck, and they represent the beginnings of or the entryways into the King Solomon's temple. So she's holding up her scale, and she has her sword, and she's talking about here the clarity of truth. She's in a garden. This is to be compassionately detached. There's no emotional fervor here. She's coming to balance truth and the sweetness of all of this with clarity and with detachment. So you know that whatever's coming, the justice around these beginnings, these learnings, is going to be in perfection. It's based in the soul because it's in the center, that almond shape of this mandorla. But it's followed by the Nine of Swords, which is worry. So whatever you're researching here, there is justice. It's a reminder there is no need to worry. In fact, the following card, the Wheel of Fortune, we create how fortune manifests with our thoughts. So, excuse me, this is a reminder that what we fear or what we focus on, we create. So, with clear new perspectives, know that the Wheel of Fortune will manifest what you focus on. So don't focus on the negative. Focus on what you want, even if you don't know how it's coming. That's the whole purpose and the whole thrill in shamanic thinking of manifestation. It is going to require some work. Here's the Eight of Pentacles, and the mandorla is over his head in this deck, and he's chiseling away. So there is success, and success, experience, expertise. This tells me you've got the expertise, and we come to the world. So this, if any card in this reading today says that you need not worry, it's this. Here's the mandorla again, and the person in a triumphant state over the tree of life, the soul tree, the tree of the world, the ancient tree, which is repeated again here, but we'll get to that. It's the final card is another major arcana card, and that's the Strength card in its correct position of the final card for the week. So it says, again, the mandorla isn't easily visible, but it is here. These two women are emerging from the mandorla. There's the light emerging above the word strength. And within it is encapsulated a lion in the light. So that tells us that it's moral strength, personal strength, that's going to allow this to rise. So it's equally our physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual strength and integrity which brings this to fruition. I'll come back to this card later. I want to come here. So I'm a little bit all over the map today. I damaged my hand and it's thrown me off a bit. So the stork is clarifying the new beginnings. And there is intuition around the expectation. It's not a surprise beginning. Justice is the key to the whole reading, so that's pretty evident. In terms of, let me grab what he wants to say about this Lenormand. In terms of this not worrying card, let's go to number 16. Here is the stars and the Six of Hearts. So the stars represent wishes come true, very much clarifying that what you focus on needs to be your wishes and not what you fear. Okay? Clover clarifies the Wheel of Fortune, inasmuch as clovers are always luck in a Lenormand. There's other interpretations too, but it's luck, and this says that the Wheel of Fortune, which can turn in any direction, good or bad, take you on a downslide or bring you up to the top. This is saying it's coming to the top. So avoiding fear, wishing on focusing on what you wish. The hard work, there's a word of caution here about mice. Mice chew away and eat away at things that we're working on. So what is interfering with your expertise and your accumulation of knowledge and wealth in this dimension? So is it procrastination? Is it interference by someone else? Is it the place where you work? Do you not work well at home? That sort of thing. So it's just a cautionary moment. The world is clarified by heart. Of course, you're going to love the outcome of all of this. And strength is clarified by the dear companion dog, the faithful being with unconditional love. So you know that the universe is bringing you unconditional love. Dog, wolf, coyote, they're all very important. They're the last totem in the our creation story to lead us through the teachings and the knowledge to make things happen. So this is quite a beautiful reading with very clear and simple directives on not to let things nibble away at your success, and don't bring worry into it. This final card, the Soul Tree, has the same kind of a tree structure as this World card. And I'm just going to grab this book so I can give you Denise's correct interpretation. All our shamanic stories have the tree of life. We journey to the soul tree. And let me just back up here. It says, trees are filled with wisdom. You are becoming more connected to nature. Trees are great holders of wisdom and knowledge. Next time you are near a tree, try asking it what it would like you to know, and listen with an open heart for an inspired response. The same life force that animates you and I also flows through trees. We are all in this together. Now imagine that trees are physical manifestations of angels. Their divine essence flows deep into trees, as angels are far-reaching in their ability to help and create. Trees, like angels, see and feel without judgment, always emitting an eternal stream of love. So allow this energy to permeate. This is a soul navigation card. So if you journey and you like journeying to your sacred tree, bring in the soul essence of the tree and the angel that corresponds with it. Okay, Brian, you can... So this was a little bit all over the map, and but it's a very clear and really outstanding reading. I'm glad that ultimately Brian and I, who kind of agonized over what card decks to use this week, I'm glad that we brought these ones forward to you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, we've had to change how we do our midweek icing on the cake videos because Facebook has changed how I can post things. So it's going to always be now the YouTube longer video at the beginning of the week, and the shorter video will also be on YouTube, but I will always post them to Instagram and our 2 pages on Facebook, Moonstarlodge and my own personal page. So you'll always have a picture of the decks that we've used and a picture of the card layout. Anyway, feel free to send me a coffee. Clearly I need several coffees today, and probably some ibuprofen. Follow us on the socials. Have a great week. Aho.